Hello and welcome. I'm Blair Blackwell, and this is the Daily Cyber Brief. Here's today's rundown of the biggest cybersecurity stories you need to know today. Good morning. This is the Daily Cyber Brief for Tuesday, February 17th. Here's what's shaping the security landscape today. An urgent federal patch directive for a widely used remote support tool, and the year's first Chrome zero-day fix, alongside fresh signs that identity, travel data, and AI agent secrets are high-value targets. We start with vulnerabilities and patching. CISA ordered U.S. federal agencies to secure beyond trust remote support within 3 days, citing active exploitation. That's an unusually compressed timeline, signaling credible risk to help desk and privileged access workflows. Outside government, organizations will treat this as a high-priority exposure in the remote support and identity access path. Meanwhile, Google shipped emergency Chrome updates to close a high-severity flaw already exploited in the wild. It's the browser's first zero-day fix of the year, reminding teams that web-facing code remains prime real estate for initial access and drive-by compromise, especially across large managed browser fleets. On incidents, Japan's Washington hotel disclosed a ransomware intrusion that compromised servers and exposed business data. Details remain limited, but hospitality operations and guest-facing systems are perennial extortion targets given their reliance on bookings, payment processing, and third-party integrations. In Europe, RailPass operator Eurail confirmed data stolen in a breach earlier this year is now being offered for sale on the dark web. The move from theft to monetization is a familiar arc, increasing the likelihood of downstream phishing, account takeover, and fraud against travelers, loyalty programs, and partners across the transportation ecosystem. There's also a significant telecom breach in the week's threat intelligence. Checkpoint researchers note Dutch provider Odido saw unauthorized access to a customer management system, with personal data of roughly 6.2 million customers exposed. Scale matters here. Large identity datasets often ripple across fraud ecosystems for months, powering credential stuffing and targeted social engineering. Turning to identity and AI, researchers report InfoStealer malware is now exfiltrating OpenClaw agent configuration files, including API keys and gateway tokens. It's a notable shift from stealing browser passwords to harvesting the souls of personal and enterprise AI agents, the credentials and orchestration secrets that let them act on behalf of users, with implications for automation, data access, and lateral movement. In a separate study, academics identified 24 attack paths affecting major cloud-based password managers' account recovery flows. Under specific conditions, weaknesses could enable anything from integrity violations to organization-wide vault compromise, underscoring that recovery and reset workflows remain a high-value target surface in identity and access management. On the campaign front, Dark Reading highlights Operation Doppelbrand, in which a group dubbed GS7 clones Fortune 500 portals to capture credentials and gain remote access to U.S. financial institutions. Polished brand impersonation, combined with multi-factor fatigue or help desk social engineering, continues to erode the human layer at scale. And on mobile, a new spyware platform marketed as Zero Day Rat is being promoted on Telegram with sales, updates, and support channels, promising real-time surveillance of Android and iOS devices. Commercialization lowers barriers for would-be operators and expands targeting beyond traditional nation-state toolkits into broader criminal use. Looking ahead, expect quick-turn guidance around the Beyond Trust issue and continued probing of remote support portals, while Chrome updates propagate across managed fleets. Monitoring will also stay elevated around AI agent frameworks and their secret stores as attackers test fresh collection techniques against tokens and gateways. Today, keep an eye on privileged access tools and remote support software, enterprise browsers and extension ecosystems, hospitality and travel platforms handling reservations, cloud password managers and recovery channels, and mobile device telemetry pipelines susceptible to commodity spyware. The takeaway: identity is the prize, and attackers are working the angles. Remote support paths, recovery workflows, polished brand impersonation, and now the tokens that power agentic AI. Patch velocity matters, but so does hardening the trust fabric around who can act and on which systems. That's it for today's edition of the Daily Cyber Brief. Thanks for listening. I'm Blair Blackwell. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not cybersecurity, legal, or financial advice.